siyabulisa, emakhosini siyabulisa, emakhosini siyabulisa, molweni nonke yo, emakhosini siyabulisa, emakhosini siyabulisa, emakhosini siyabulisa, molweni nonke yo, emakhosini siyabulisa, molweni nonke. Hello to you all. My name is KHANYISA. KHANYISA, and I am Xhosa, all the way from South Africa. I grew up in a small village called Awjama. That's within the Eastern Cape. I grew up in a big family with my grandmother. And you all have guessed it right. I was the most popular girl in the whole entire village because my grandmother had the most wonderful gift ever. She was a storyteller. All the children wanted to be my friend because I, my grandmother's child, also had that special gift. My grandmother would call us all, and the whole lounge and living room would be filled with children. And each time we would tell a story, she would get up, tell us to all get up and say, Yizantomi, calm story, calm story. And this particular story that I'm going to tell you is about Vuyo Nomvolfo. Vuyo and the wolf. So Vuyo was this little boy who hated waking up in the morning. He didn't like waking up in the morning. Every time he would moan and groan, why must I wake up? And he was the shepherd boy. So this one day he woke up moaning and groaning and asking his mother why he should go work for Umkhulu Jacob. Now Umkhulu Jacob was the man of the village. He owned a big farm with fruits and vegetables and all the cattle within the village. And everyone loved him. He supplied the whole village with food and vegetables, and everyone loved him. Then this one particular morning, he woke up, walking down the street, moaning and groaning. Why must I go and work in Kulu Jacob's farm? Because all his friends used to play around, and he was the only one that had to go watch the sheep. And as he was walking and moaning and groaning, who's this Rosie? The village gossiper was always sitting there watching him. Hey, why are you always late? And Vuyo would look at her, and he would walk. And he also didn't understand why Sis Rose was so nosy and always in everyone's business. And as it was getting lighter and lighter, he would fasten up the pace and start running because he knew that he was in trouble with Umkhulu Jacob. And when he'd get there, Umkhulu Jacob was standing there and waiting for him. Hey, Wenavu, why are you late? Can you all guess what he said? Do you think he told the truth? Umkhulu Jacob, you see, today, my mom asked me to go to the shed to go get her lamp so we can have light in the house. So I went into the shed and I wanted to make my mother proud. So I went inside, I lit the lamp on Umkhulu Jacob, and the whole shed went up in flames. And I tried to put out the fire. So I grabbed a bucket of water and I splashed it all over the fire. The fire didn't go out. So I took a blanket and I tried to put out the fire. The fire didn't go out. And then Umkhulu Jacob, I remembered that I had big lungs, Umkhulu Jacob, full of oxygen. And I blew. Umkhulu Jacob. And I blew. And then the fire went out, Umkhulu Jacob. Umkhulu Jacob looked at Vuyo. Utuktani? What did you just say? Yes, Umkhulu Jacob. Okay. Vuyo, what happened the day before? Umkhulu Jacob, on my way to your farm, I saw a big truck. It was driving so fast, and in the middle of the road was a tortoise, Umkhulu Jacob. The truck was about to bump the tortoise. So I dove Okay, what happened the day before that? Oh, Mkhulu Jacob, the day before that, Mkhulu Jacob. As I was on my way to your farm, Mkhulu Jacob, there was a van just standing there, and this man was in distress, Mkhulu Jacob. So I went to him and asked him what was wrong. He said his tire had burst. So I remember that I had big muscles. And I lifted the van, Mkhulu Jacob. The man changed his tire, and I put the van down, and he drove away. Okay, Vuyo. I believe you. Mkhulu Jacob didn't believe him. He was a very old man, and he was very wise. So he said, okay, Vuyo, you can go up to the hills and go and watch my sheep. Vuyo walked. He says, I'm going, Mkhulu Jacob, I'm going to watch your sheep. He did not like watching the sheep, but he loved the sheep. So Vuyo walked up the hill, and he had a song that he used to sing as he was walking with his sheep and guiding them. Sifikile Namkosi, I'm cozy. So when I say Sifikile Namkosi, you will say I'm cozy. And when I reach the top of the hill and say Sifikile Namkosi, you'll say Ewe Mkosi. Sifikile Namkosi, I'm cozy. 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 Sifikile Namkosi, Ewe Mkosi. Uvuyo reached the top of the hill, and all his sheep were there. All his sheep had names. One of them was Michael. Michael didn't like to eat. He was so skinny. And I'm sure he was maybe, I don't know, a vegan, because he was very particular about what he liked. And then the next sheep was George. George was big and fat and ate anything in front of him. And then the other sheep was Uzama. Uzama was the fastest sheep than all the other ones. Then Uvuyo sat there and he looked at his sheep, and he was so proud of his sheep. But because he did not like to wake up, and he always used to wake up early in the morning, by the time he got to the hill, he'd be so tired, and he'd always take naps every time he was watching the sheep. So when he got there, he sat there and he started yawning and stretching. And who can guess what happened next? He fell asleep. And as he was sleeping, came this other animal. Who knows what this animal is? I eat what I like. Mkhulu Jacob sheep. I eat what I like. Mkhulu Jacob sheep. Oh, hello, my beautiful friends. Oh, look at you all look so beautiful. My name is Umvolfo, and I have got a big appetite today. Oh, look at you, you're sleeping there. I love sheep with all my heart. They are my best friends. I love them more than anything in the world. And today, I will just eat one. But please do not tell Vuyo that I was here. Bye-bye, my beautiful friends. Off went the wolf. Vuyo woke up. He was so shocked. He said, did anybody hear someone singing? Did you guys hear someone singing? No one was singing. So there was someone singing.
Yes.
Who was this person? No one knows. Who was singing? You also don't know. I had a terrible, terrible dream. I dreamt there was someone singing and that he said he will eat Unkulu Jacob's sheep. Off went to Vuyo back home. And Unkulu Jacob said, Vuyo, did you watch my sheep like I said? Yes, Unkulu Jacob, I did. And Vuyo went home. The next morning, he woke up moaning and groaning and complaining about his sheep. Why must I go up the hill to go watch Unkulu Jacob's sheep? And as he was walking, who was at the window looking at him? The village gossiper, Auntie Rose. Hey, Vuyo, why are you always late? Unkulu Jacob is waiting for you. Vuyo was so annoyed. He carried on walking. And as it got lighter, he started sprinting because he could see that it was getting lighter and Unkulu Jacob would be very angry with him. And as he got to the gate, Unkulu Jacob was waiting there. Vuyo, you are late again. Yes, Unkulu Jacob, but this time I've got another story. Go watch my sheep. But Unkulu Jacob, go! And he went and took his sheep and went up the hill. Sifikile namkhosi, ay khosi. Sifikile namkhosi, ay khosi. Sifikile namkhosi, ay khosi. Sifikile namkhosi, ay khosi. Sifikile namkhosi, ewe mkhosi. We all got to the top of the hill. And as he was looking and admiring at all his beautiful sheep, he said, oh, they are so beautiful. But and what happened next? And then I eat what I like. Unkulu Jacob's sheep. Oh, hello, my beautiful friends. Today, I have an even bigger appetite. Today, I think I'll eat 2 sheep. But please do not tell Vuyo that I was here. Bye-bye. Vuyo woke up. He looked around. Guess who was left? Michael.
George is gone.
George was gone. Zama was gone. And he was panicking. Oh, what am I going to tell Unkulu Jacob? And then he decided that one of his friends talked about a wolf that lived up the hill. And he said, I'm going to tell Unkulu Jacob that the wolf is up the hill and tell him to bring all the men of the village to come and sort this wolf out. So he called on to the men of the village. Madoda, Yizani, Umvolfo. No one came. Come all, the wolf is up the hills. Then all the men ran up with Unkulu Jacob up to the top of the hill. And when they got there, was there a wolf? No. The man went down. And Vuyo sat there and came down as well. So Unkulu Jacob said to him, Vuyo, what wolf are you talking about? Unkulu Jacob, when I was there, he started singing and he ate George. He ate Uzama. What were you doing when the wolf was eating the sheep? Where were you? Did I not hire you to go and watch all those sheep because I trusted you? Yes, Unkulu Jacob, but what happened? I fell asleep. Why, Vuyo? Because I don't like waking up in the morning. And Vuyo learned that he needed to wake up in the morning so that he needed to help Umkhulu Jacob, because Umkhulu Jacob was feeding the whole entire village with sheep and meat and vegetables. And because of his negligence, what happened? The village suffered. But then, this one particular day, as he was up there watching the only sheep that was left, Michael, who did not do anything, who did not eat anything, this particular time, he did not sleep. He sat there. And as he was sitting, guess who came? Umnandi ngumfofo. I eat what I like. Umkhulu Jacob sheep. Uvuya jumped up and screamed, my daughter, Izani, come on, the wolf is up the hill. And Uvuya grabbed the wolf. The wolf, they were fighting up and down, fighting. Michael couldn't do anything because he was what? Hungry and skinny. And the man jumped and got to the top of the hill. And they took the wolf. They opened the wolf's stomach. Who came out? George. Because he was the biggest. Came out to Zama, kicking and screaming, "How dare you eat me!" And Umkhulu Jacob took the wolf's skin and made a beautiful wolfskin coat. And Uvuyo learned his lesson to never sleep ever again and to never ever tell lies. And that is the end of my story.
Our appetite